When Yazid ibn Mas'ud was just preparing to proceed towards the Imam, he received the news of his martyrdom. Hence, he lamented over the loss of this grace of martyrdom. As regards Manzar ibn Jarud, when he received the letter of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he brought it along with Imam's messenger to the presence of Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, for he feared that it might be a conspiracy by Ubaydullah himself, while his daughter Bahriya was the wife of Ubaydullah. Ubaydullah sent the messenger of Imam to the gallows and ascended the pulpit and recited a sermon in which he admonished the people of Basra against opposition and revolt. That night he spent in Basra, and the next morning he appointed his brother Uthman ibn Ziyad his vicegerent and hastened towards Kufa. Al-Tabari says that Hisham said that Abu Makhnaf related to me from Saqib ibn Zuhair from Abu Uthman Nahdi that Imam Hussein alayhi salam wrote a similar letter to the noblemen of the 5 divisions of Basra and their chiefs through his retainer named Sulaiman. The letters with similar contents were addressed to Malik ibn Musma' al-Bakri, Ahnaf ibn Qais, Manzar ibn Jarud, Mas'ud ibn Amr, Qais ibn Haytham, and Umar ibn Abdullah ibn Muammar. Now then, verily, Allah has chosen Prophet Muhammad above all his creatures and granted him the prestige of prophethood and chose him for the apostleship. Then the Almighty took him towards his mercy, that is, death, after the Prophet having guided all people towards the truth, and after having propagated the message for which he was sent. Thus, we are his household, Ahlul Bayt, friends, vicegerents, and his successors, and are more worthy of succeeding him than anyone else. Then the nation has tried to precede us in this matter, and we helplessly withdrew to avoid dissensions. We cherish peace, although we consider ourselves more worthy and deserving of it in the caliphate than them. I have sent towards you my messenger, and I invite you to the book of Allah and the tradition, Sunnah, of the Prophet, for I see that the traditions have been destroyed and innovations have crept up. Hence, if you pay heed to my words and obey my command, then I shall guide you to the righteous path. And peace be upon you and Allah's blessings and mercy. Whoever read this letter among the noblemen, they kept it concealed, except Manzar ibn Jarud, who feared that this might be a conspiracy of Ubaydullah. Hence, he took the messenger to Ubaydullah on the same night of the morning on which Ubaydullah left for Kufa. He gave the letter to Ubaydullah so he could read it. After reading the letter, Ubaydullah ordered the execution of the messenger, and himself went on the pulpit of Basra. And after praising and glorifying Allah, he said, Now then, by Allah, a ravished camel is not at par with me, nor do I flee from the sound of an empty water skin. I myself am a wrath for my adversaries, and a fatal poison for those who oppose me. The one who flings a clod of mud towards me shall have the reward of a stone. I shall deal severely with the one who even minutely opposes me. O people of Basra, the commander of the faithful, referred to Yazid, has bestowed me the guardianship of Kufa, and tomorrow I shall leave for there. I appoint my brother Uthman ibn Ziyad ibn Abu Sufyan as my vicegerent upon you. Beware, remain away from opposition and mischief, for by Allah, besides whom there is no other deity, if I hear regarding the opposition of anyone amongst you, I shall surely kill him along with the chief of his clan and his guardians. I hold the present ones responsible for those who are absent until stability is restored, and none of those opposing or disliking me remains among you. I am the son of Ziyad, and am more similar to my father than anyone who has ever set his foot upon the earth, and am not like my maternal or paternal uncle. Then he left Basra and proceeded towards Kufa, leaving behind his brother Uthman in his place. As Deeb relates that Abu al-Mukhariq Rasbi says that some of the Shia of Basra gathered at the house of a woman of the tribe of Abdul Qais. The name of the woman was Maria, daughter of Sa'd or Manqaz, who was a Shia. Her house was a place of gathering for them, and they associated with one another. When Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad was informed that Imam Hussein alayhi salam was proceeding towards Iraq, he wrote to his superintendent that he should appoint guards and block the roads. Yazid ibn Nabit, who was from the clan of Abdul Qais, decided to go defend Imam Hussein. He had 10 sons whom he asked as to who would accompany him. 2 of his sons, viz. Abdullah and Ubaydullah, agreed to come. When the Shia had gathered at the house of Maria, he disclosed his intention to leave in the presence of his comrades. His friends said that they feared Ubaydullah's men against him, to which he replied that, "When the hooves of my camel sets upon the deserts, I do not fear their pursuit." And he left and paved the way of success until he reached Imam Hussein alayhi salam in Mecca. He went to the tent of Imam Hussein at Abtah. When Imam Hussein alayhi salam received news of his arrival, he arose to receive him. When he came near the Imam's tent, he was told that Imam had already left to meet him at his place. He returned back and saw the Imam sitting at the door waiting for him, and he said, "Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the grace of Allah and His mercy, in that they should rejoice." Surah Yunus, verse 58. He then saluted him and sat down. Then he related his intention to the Imam, who prayed for his well-being. He remained with the Imam till Karbala and fought there and was martyred along with both of his sons. When Ubaydullah received the letter of Yazid, he selected 500 people from Basra, which included Abdullah ibn Haris ibn Nawfal, Sharik ibn Awar, both of whom were Shia, and accompanied by them, and Muslim ibn Amr Bahili and his retinue and family left for Kufa.